Just say you got a kitten around a month after your mom passed, and she was a great help during that time. Yeah, legit. Okay. I said something to one of my brothers the other day about, so we have this friend, this mutual friend, right? And she's a person who, like, she's a little messy. She goes around and dates a lot, but doesn't take it too seriously, but then also gets distraught when things don't work out and is like, no one likes me. And she's just like a little lost all the time, right? And she doesn't really value herself enough. She's got whatever issues she's got, right? And I was thinking about her, and I was like, I turned to my brother and I was like, oh my God, I realized something. He's like, what? I was like, you know how she has these issues and, like, she keeps trying to get with people and, like, no man will fix her. Like, that's not, she needs to, like, value herself, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, I think she just needs a dog. I think she needs a dog. Like, legitimately, stop talking to men for her. Stop. She just needs a dog. And I'm serious about this, though. Not even just to be funny. Is it funny? Yes, but not just to be funny. I think she just needs a dog so badly, because then it would be a thing to take care of, right? Companionship. And then, like, she'll let people walk all over her. But if it's her plus a dog, then she'll be like, don't do that to us, right? Because she's got the dog there and she values themselves as a unit, right? I've watched this shit fix people so many times. And I'm like, she just needs a dog, man. So I'm going to see if I can convince her to get a pet. She said she told me she never had a pet before. And I was like, oh, I think it's time. She needs low-key. I mean, it's not going to fix everyone, but for her specific set of issues, yes, it's going to help a lot. So it's straight up, my friend got a dog and immediately stopped getting into horrible relationships with men. Yeah. I'm telling you, it happens every time. I mean, sometimes it still happens if they get cats, like, but like when you have a dog and you get really into being a dog owner, you're like, I'm gonna go hiking with my dog, and you put the little harness on them, and the harness has a little attached thing with poop bags and little doggy wipes. You know what I mean? Like, it very much becomes like that person's baby. And I think knowing her, she'd be one of those dog owners that's super active with it too, like goes running with it all the time. So I think she needs it. Man. It's about time for her. It's about time. I miss having a dog. I'm very much a pet person. I don't like to say I'm just a dog or cat person. I know I have cats and I'm obsessed with cats, but, like, I like dogs too. I used to always have a dog and a cat at all times. And I ended up just having 2 cats for now, because it just suits my lifestyle better. I think if I have a dog again, I want to do what I used to do, which is be a really active, really good dog owner, which means having to get up and go out and walk the dog all the time and whatever. I don't think I could do this very easily as a streamer and in my, like, living situation. It just wouldn't make sense. So I'm like, so I went with cats. But in the future, I don't know. I like a dog again. I like having both. So I feel like I've found a stronger sense of love and companionship from my cats than any dog. It depends. I think the factor is, no matter what type of pet you have, I think the main factor is that it's yours. I think if you had a cat or dog in a family or household setting and you didn't just get it yourself and take care of it and raise it yourself, that's the bigger factor rather than what kind of animal it is. And then also their personality. Some animals have very different personalities from each other. Cats, there's such a wide range with how they can act and whether they like people or they like other cats more, or they don't want to be near anyone or they want to be near everyone, right? Everything just is like a big spectrum on all that. So it depends on the individual pet. And that's why I tell people they should probably try fostering animals before adopting, if they can. Go to a foster group and be like, hey, can I try fostering? I want to find one, but I want to make sure it's a good fit. And sometimes they'll let you do that. Or you just go and visit and be like, hey, I'm shopping around because I do want one. Can I, like, spend time with them? And you do that multiple times. Don't just go to a shelter and be like, I'm going to pick this one right out the cage. I'm going to spend 2 minutes with it. Like, just spend an entire hour, a fucking 2 hours there, you know? Because obviously I'm a fan of people taking shelter pets home that day so that, you know, they're getting them out of the shelters. But don't go there and pick after 10 minutes. Like, spend a bunch of time and really decide, you know, like, which one feels right to you. Because you're going to like all of them. Like, especially if you're at a shelter and just covered in puppies. You're going to be like, oh, they're all great. Like, of course you are, you know? Like, when I picked Wolfie, my second cat, when I got him from a foster group, So I went every week. Every weekend they would have this event where they'd bring cages to a spot. They'd bring cats in and kind of show them. They put them in those cages out in a spot on a table, and you could just sort of like stick your finger in and pet them a little bit. And if you wanted to see one, they had a separate room where they take the cat out, and you could sit there and spend time with them. And I did that like with these cats every weekend for a couple weeks, and interacted with several of them multiple times. And then, when you do that, you start to see their personality shift a little bit toward you now that you're a familiar person. And that was what helped me decide that I wanted Wolfie for sure, was because I'd seen him multiple times and I was like, yeah, I want that one. So I don't know. I feel like everyone should really take a lot of time with it. Just take so much time. I mean, the fact that there are people that do not understand that animals have distinct personalities is mind blowing. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.